This is my video review of my 2002 S281 SC Saleen Mustang. Mine is number 55. In a rare moment, I'm on vacation, and since I don't really get a lot of free time, I don't know what to do. So I'm reviewing my car. It's what I'm doing. The engine on a Saleen is a factory 4.6 liter Mustang GT engine. It's dual overhead cams, and as far as the heads go and the bottom end of the engine, it's all factory. The Supercharger is the most significant upgrade that's done by Saleen for performance. It's a root style supercharger. It's an Eaton M90. It puts down 7 pounds of boost, and it's attached to the engine by this custom Saleen aluminum intake. Now, because this is aluminum, it's prone to failure under stress, and since it's a supercharged engine and it's a Saleen and people are going to drive it fast, they do break. Mine hasn't broke yet. I said that. I hope it doesn't, because the reality is I haven't seen these anywhere to purchase as replacements. I'm sure you can get them from Saleen Racing, but they probably are very expensive from Saleen Racing. They tend to have much more aggressive margins than their authorized dealers do. But I haven't seen this anywhere. So if you know where to get these and you comment on the review, let me know where you can get them. Let everybody know who has one of these cars where you can get them. The supercharger's fed by the factory airbox. This is kind of unique because you would expect a cold air intake here, but Saleen does not install a cold air intake. And my guess is it's because they're overrated, and I'm not going to install one. If it wasn't installed by them, I'm not going to install it. So if you see a cold air intake on one of these cars, it is installed by the owner and not by Saleen. They do install a high flow filter in the airbox, but that's it. No cold air. The supercharger does have an intercooler to complement its performance and to compensate for the aggressive heat that it generates. The intercooler is in its own unique reservoir, and it's separate from the radiator reservoir. It's smaller. It has its own unique coolant system specific to the supercharger, and it's got a Saleen logo, obviously just so it looks cool. And the intercooler itself is mounted alongside the radiator contained in the front air dam of the vehicle. And when we take it outside in some better light, we'll be covering the exterior of the car and all the functional aerodynamics of the vehicle. Saleen installs its ground effect package and designs it specifically for functional performance. So the majority of the scoops and curves on this car is functional and by design. Something else in here before we go: the hood is unique on the supercharged Saleens. As you can see, the insert is fiberglass, and they do have heat extractors. The heat extractors look really sweet on top of the hood, and they're also functional. You can literally see the heat coming out of them, extracting the heat from the engine bay. I mean, you can actually see it. If you look down at your hood, you can see the atmosphere wave and bend from the heat coming up out of there. So it is functional, and it is lightweight because it's fiberglass. And this was specific to the supercharged models. The standard S281s did not get the lightweight heat extractor hood. Inside the car too, one final thing is the badge, the Saleen badge mounted on the firewall, obviously. This details the date of its creation, which is October 2001. So it was created around the beginning of the fourth quarter in 2001 and became a 2002. The ID, which is 02-55, each Saleen is serialized because they're exclusive. And mine actually, according to the letter that I got from Saleen off the VIN, is one of only 8 in the world silver supercharged coupes in 2002. So there you have the performance end of the Saleen. It does have a very aggressive suspension package as well, but that's the heart.